Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be making a sort of premium city car. You know, cities has grown a lot in the past 10 years, and people wanna drive around in them. But of course, a lot of cities in most of Europe and maybe especially France are quite tight. So it needs to be small. But yet big on the inside for that premium demographic. Now this will probably be very hard to make, but we have to somehow make it work. And I'm not totally sure on what body we will use. We don't want to use anything that we have already used, so we don't want to go too far down here. Maybe we could use this. It looks pretty good. Hopefully we can make it not look like a mini. And we don't wanna go too far down here, because I think we'll get they won't like that it's such an old body. Maybe we could use this. It looks a bit goofy, but pretty fun, and we could maybe do a fun soft-top version. Maybe we'll use that, probably not. But other than making a small city car, we will also be facelifting the Une. We could also use this. It's not extremely small, but it's sort of small. And we could use either this or that. Something like that, maybe. I sort of like the look of this. It looks a bit weird, but weird is fun, I would argue. However, my game did not like this, so I'll come back to you when this has stopped freezing. And just like that. It's quite large. But we'll have a look. Do we go monocoque? Maybe we do a monocoque with a rear longitudinal engine and McPherson strut front and rear. Let's use Des Moines, I think. Wait, hold up. How much horsepower does the Plus have? 59. I thought it could almost be as powerful as our inline 6 models. What's the difference between these two? This one has a lot more cargo volume, but let's just go. I do quite like the look of this. Looks pretty good. Open. Let's still do cross-ply tires. Let's do hard long life. Double drums in the front, drums in the rear. No under tray. And let's just do a standard interior for this one. And manual recirculating ball. Advanced 50 safety. And standard springs, twin tube and passive sway bars. Yeah, as you could imagine, it has strong oversteer. But let's have a look at how we could morph the body. And from editing that this should be pretty boring, but hopefully it's sort of fine. We can't really change a lot here, it looks like. Yes, we could. Maybe we could do something like I think this pillar, I should really learn the name of the different pillars, but it looks a bit too thick, I think. I would like it to be a bit thinner. So let's have a look if we can do that. Back roof. This is back roof. We can just... Okay, I guess we can do that. This is how high it is. Yes. So let's keep somewhere in the middle. Back roof 2. Is that it? This body morphing thing is kinda weird. But let's keep it somewhere here. No, I guess we can't. No, we cannot change that a lot. But I think we can make this work. Or is it too big? I think they really like... Let's have a look at what they are interested in. Desirability. Yeah, we get minus 20%. Or I don't know if it's minus 20%, but they would really want a small footprint. So we will not use this one. It's way too big. Maybe we'll use that for another car, because I quite like the body. So I guess we'll have a go with this one. No, it's just them. So let's do that. Is that considered a sedan? That's weird. How is it now? Current engine does not fit. That's not good. Can we do... What if we do this? Does it fit? No, it doesn't. We have to go with another body. Well, this was a bit harder than I expected. So let's have a look at this one. Does it fit? No, it does not. So we'll have to have a look at yet another body. Does it? It won't fit in this one. I'm pretty sure. Not in that one either. But we really don't want to go too far down here, because we'll get a penalty for using an old body. So let's not do that, because that's a bad idea. But I guess we'll have to go with sort of this one or something similar, I guess. I think we can, yeah, use that one, because I think they like a hatchback, unlike the previous. Why does it not fit? It fits in if we have it in the rear. Let's have it in the rear longitudinal. Let's do drivetrain. And we have strong oversteer. We can fix that. Not like that, but we can somehow we can fix that. But I think it's a lot better now. It has a lot smaller footprint, and we can make it work. But that will happen in a minute in the time lapse. So I'll see you guys then. So that was designing the Ville, or however you say it. Please correct me in the comments, because I am most definitely wrong. I really like this car. As you may know, I really like smaller cars, hence why 90% of the Masato motor company, or whatever it was called, cars were very small. I did realize I had put in 0 vents in the rear, so I fixed that just now, which is why they may not fit great, but I think they work. We can always maybe fix it in update later. But I really like this. This is the however you pronounce that, Soixante, or is it Soixante? Soixant? I don't know where. Soixant? Something like that. I hope there's some French guy in the comments that can tell me. But anyways, if we can look over my poor pronunciation, I think this is great, and I hope it will handle as great as it looks. So let's get this car into production and later get it into BeamNG. So getting the Ville, or however you say it, the Ville, into production. I don't think we can do 53 months. We want it to be a bit shorter than that. So let's aim for maybe 48 months or something. 52 months is just a little bit too long. So let's aim for it coming out in 1960. And that is about 48 months. Maybe it should be out in maybe November or something of 1959. We'll have a look. I want it pretty automated because we want it to sell a lot. We're gonna up that a bit. We wanna have it's pretty optimized, and we wanna learn a bit. So then we'll have a bit faster here, maybe. A bit more wasteful process. Let's put that to 46 maybe. And then we'll have to decrease learning a little bit and the automation a little bit. Let's do that, and then we can do a bit more learning. There we go. I think this should be good. And I hope it will sell well. But all our factories are full. But we are making a lot of money. I mean, not a whole lot right now, but still a lot. So we'll make a new factory, and we have a lot of money in the bank. I think we'll still make a large factory. We won't go with huge just yet. And probably a medium 3. Let's do steel presses. I think we may do QA testing. Or do we do QA testing? I'm not sure. I mean, it does reduce recall size by a lot, and hopefully we'll sell a lot of cars. I think we'll go for that. How much does it cost? 180 million. That's not too bad. We can definitely pay that. So worker wages, let's maybe put that down a little bit. But just a bit. And let's not change shifts a lot. Maybe up minimum shifts a tiny bit. How much does it change? Labor cost, material cost per car. It does cost a lot less per car if we put it high, but I'm guessing maybe it's bad to do that. In some way it should be bad, probably. Maybe the quality of the cars, because people get tired. Let's do 1.5 hours, and let's go for let's aim for 2.2 shifts. I think should be good. Maybe 2.3, so we get a good number on the shift. And worker quality, let's up that a little bit. Let's up that a bit to 54. Now automation, let's up automation a bit. It will cost more. It will cost a lot more, but I think we'll win on it. Tooling quality, let's actually maybe put down that a tiny bit. And let's down the QA threshold to maybe 40, no, 74. And let's up to tooling quality a little bit. So I think that should be good. We are very close to that line, but I think it should be fine. Let's go ahead and use the forecasting tool to see how much it will cost. And we are losing money until the 7th year. I don't know how we would even make money on these cars, because it's priced so cheap. We will not do that. So let's maybe put this one at 7,000 and this one at 9,000. It is still cheaper than the competition, and hopefully better than the competition. And look at those great profits. That's great. That's just amazing, actually. I think they like this a lot. Profit production units, $111.93 per unit. And I think this is very good. And 3.9 thousand trims built in the first year, and 58, almost 60,000. That's a lot of cars, and that's very good. And I think this is very good. The stock will go down for some reason, and estimated and required shifts is still pretty good. So let's go ahead and sign this off, and we will have a look at the remastered or maybe updated here. Wait, before we sign this off, let's look at that before. So here we have the ville, or however you say it in French. In BMG, I think it looks really good. We don't have too much white chrome, mainly because there isn't the chromiest model. But I hope this is a very good city car. It feels like it. The steering is so light, probably because of the weight, and I think it's actually gonna be kinda fast, because it only has 51 horsepower, but it weighs 790 something kilos, so that's basically nothing. Yeah, it is kinda sporty. Do we keep driving it in the city for a bit, or do we take it down on this road? I think we take it down here. It steers extremely well. We're just gonna change it to this camera angle. Oops. Keep it on the road. Like that maybe. Don't. The brakes, the brake force is kinda hard. I barely touched the brakes there. It feels like. But I'll have a look again in the next hairpin. I don't know. Maybe I touched them too hard. But it's almost kinda hard to steer because it's so light. Like I can do this. It does have a little bit happens in BMG, but you know, not a lot. It feels like if I didn't hold the wheel, it could just fall to one side by like a fly sitting on it. But I really like driving this car, even though the very light steering. Oops. I mean, it's probably because it's so light, and 99% of the weight is on the rear wheels. But it's probably also because the front tires are like roller skate wheels or bicycle tires. It's probably a better similarity, or whatever you say. So we crashed it. Very good. we'll keep going. And we should probably park it by the side of the road here and change into the premium one. So here we have the Soixon, or however you pronounce it. I can't do that. But let's not turn on the lights, but change this a bit so we get a bit further forward. And yeah, this is you can I think you can feel the 10 more horsepowers. I am pretty sure I remember to put in the better wheels. Does the front left tire lift in the corners? Psst. This could actually be a pretty good rally car. I'll just have a look if the tire lifts in the corners. Let's just get around this. Yes, it does lift in the corner. Slightly. Rest in peace bumpers. So that's great. Like Ford Escort VRC car. The one from the late 70s. I'm pretty sure that could lift its front tire in the corners. I mean, it's probably a way more common than I think, but that's great. It's basically a Ford Escort RS2000, so that's great. And let's not crash. And drive this right on the limiter. Ooh! That's what happens when you drive fast, kids. Don't do it. Although I shouldn't say anything. I can't drive in real life. And maybe I could, since I have a lot of hours in the sim. But probably not. It does oversteer a bit, but that's probably what you would expect from the rear engine car. So guys, that was making the Ville car. I really enjoyed making it, and I hope you guys did too. I think I'll try to put all the Masato cars on the the Dufort cars on the repository later, probably when we're done. No promises though. And I hope you guys have a great day. So I hope I'll see you next time. But until then, bye.